Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Yes, I will do that. Thank you, Tammy. We need to set it up so that it's automatic, and I forgot. Remind me, and you might have to remind me 10 times, but I'll eventually do it. I'm promoting both of your profiles to panelists, but I need to set it up in the back end if you'll remind me. Hey everybody, what's up? Hey Kim Arnold. Hey darling, hey everybody. Come on in, make yourself at home. We're gonna give it just a minute, let folks get in, getting a little bit of a late start, but we will soon get started. We will have about a 30-minute question and answer jam session. We're going to start calling this the Shibboleth Jam. That's what we're going to call our 11 a.m. sessions, Monday through Friday. I've been doing these consistently for about 6 months, I think, something like that. So lots of content being given out, and we're going to jam, Shibboleth Jam. Hey, Sherry Ditto. Oh, got to add the other one again. Let's see. Boom, boom. Hopefully that did the trick. Hey, Janice Turner, one of my favorite people. Rebecca Jones, favor of God people. I love it. It's the good fog. Hey, everybody, have some happy juice. Cheers. Charles Grant, I heard that you got in a lot of trouble, you and Michelle Culpepper. I heard y'all got in a lot of trouble by Captain Jack Savage and Captain Zabby. Hey, Kristen Papa George. Woman, where's my super suit? Kristen, you do a great job. We appreciate you. Hey, everybody, what's up? Come on in. Are we allowed to volunteer as tribute for our shipmates? I might ought to look that up. I'm not sure. I've watched enough Pirates of the Caribbean yet. Will the real Charles Grant please stand up? Boy, he got in all kind of trouble last night. All kind of trouble. I did. I tried the happy pills yesterday, Kim. Nothing bad to say about them. If that was my, if I hadn't already done the liquid, I might have liked them a lot better. I get a lot more from the liquid. It absorbs faster. The verdict's still out for me on the capsules. I think it's going to help a lot of people that really don't like the taste of the juice, and it is, to me, much milder. So it might be a good first step for people. The capsules, the Happy Juice capsules, but of course, I went right back to my juice. We're having fun on planet Shibboleth. Hey, Sharon, glad to have you a part of Captain Jack Savage's challenge. No quarter, no mercy. Hey, Mary Daughtry, hello. I love the juice, Kim. I love the juice. The capsules, I do. I think it'll help people with dosing. I think there's a little less addiction potential. But man, I've gotten so used to the juice, hard for me to give it up. Powerful, powerful plant alkaloids that help with so much. And they're going to help me today because I'm crazy and today's a new day, I'm doing 1 meal a day today. So it helps me get through the day. And I can be crazy, and I can do with Shibboleth, I can do 3 meals tomorrow and lose weight. The next day I can do 4 eating episodes and lose weight. The next day I can do a lion day. I love Shibboleth. I love it. Do anybody else love it? I love it. We do have the capsules. Pretty sure they're in the Shibby shop and in the e-store, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Kristen may correct me.
Did you call me?
No, I was. Do we have the capsules yet in the store?
We just got them in. I've got to add them. We're
You got to add them to the store.
Actually, I think they should deliver I don't know for sure if they've delivered, but as soon as they deliver, they'll be in store.
All right.
So
Perfect. All right, we'll get started, y'all. We'll get started. Oh, I missed something. Volunteer as tribute means volunteering to take the punishment yourself. I got it. I'll remember that. I'll be using that in the challenge. Hey, Julie, I need to watch the video replay to hear more about the Jack Challenge. Is it on the website yet? I would skip over the first night. Last night, we got a little better. I think tonight will be even more concise. This is kind of new, and we're filling it out. But, yeah, we did record last night's, and tonight I think will be a little more concise. We're learning from the experience. I've been Jack before, but I've never played Pirate Jack, and trying to figure out what the group responds best to. So, yeah, we've got it well underway. A lot of fun, so many meal ideas. Class notes will be sent to you today, Susan. Tammy and the team are working on them. They're going to do their best to get them out to you today with all the links that you need, so that if you're needing the meal list, you got it. If you're needing the weekly timing chart, you got it. You know, so they're working hard on laying that out perfectly. Why can't the store ship Happy Juice to Arkansas? It's illegal in Arkansas. We can't ship to states where it is still illegal. It is, it's my understanding that all the states are trying to legalize it, but they're having to regulate it because of all the folks that have nefarious intent and are stripping out valuable plant alkaloids that allow it to be safe for the human body. So if you strip out those alkaloids, it's no longer safe. So a lot of states are looking at it that, you know, trying to figure out what to do with it. All right, y'all. So I'm going to get into it and let Tammy handle these questions. She knows the deal. So I'm going to get into it. Everybody, my name's Travis. I've lost over 100 pounds on the program, come off all prescription medications. The program has changed my life in a very, very radically positive way. It's a practical, sustainable, fun approach to living and eating based upon your daily situations and goals. It's just a pivot from what you've been doing. And then once you understand it and know how to apply it, the chemical reactions we create in the body through really hormone optimization. I hate to sound technical, but we teach people how to eat and optimize their hormones so that they can lose body fat. And the program has helped its members lose millions of reported pounds, millions of reported inches, untold prescriptions reduced or eliminated. God is really blessing the Shibboleth family. Thankful for all of you. All we know to do is to bow our unworthy heads and give Jesus the praise for it all. We've got some new partners. Cindy Norgate, thank you so much. Michelle Culpepper, thank you so much. Sarah Grant, Polly Jones, thank y'all. And thank you, Cindy and Polly, for the very sweet words you sent. You four are so kind, and we appreciate you helping us, joining beside us, and helping us literally save lives. Every day we get a report about anything from someone who contemplated suicide, or someone that went through a divorce and was so unhappy, or someone that had been dealing with morbid obesity for years, and they're overcoming it. The Bible says that we overcome by the word of our testimony and by the blood of the Lamb, and it's amazing to see all these healings take place. Just so thankful. And to all of our partners, we couldn't do it without you. Tomorrow at noon, we will have another partner class, another deep dive into nutrition exclusively for our partners. And tomorrow's lesson will be a deep dive into MCT oil, medium chain triglycerides, its benefits, uses, application. So tomorrow, a deep dive into medium chain triglyceride fats, exclusively for our partners tomorrow at noon. The week's weight loss, 711 pounds reported by our members over the last 7 days. And we had 9 fast track badges earned. Gold weight badge, Paul Wright. Congratulations, Paul, for reaching your goal. Sheila Christopher earned the right to wear a 10% shirt. We had 25-pound badge earners, BJ Harrison and Sheila Christopher. 10-pound badge earners, Stephanie Robinson, Emily Drake, Tommy Ray, Bethany Byler, Kaylin Hopkins, and Rebecca Durden. God bless you all. Every time you love yourself and you engage in self-care, you're loving your neighbor. You're loving your neighbor. You're giving them a fine example of how to live and take care of the temple. And you're not doing it necessarily with words, but in deed. And it's a blessing when you start looking at it that way. You're having an impact in your home. You're having an impact within your family, within your workplace, and within your community. And I just commend you all for that. Okay. All right. So Q&A. Feel free to talk in the thread. Those of you that say the chat thread distracts you, please focus on me. Focus on me. Okay. Let those that want to talk. But those of you that want to learn, focus on me. Ask your question by clicking the Q&A button, and I'll go through your questions one by one. Okay, everybody, we'll get started now. First comment, please pray right now for Jack and Tina, the trial for murder of his son today. Yes, he did mention that, and I'm glad that you brought that up. My human mind was full of clutter. Hadn't forgot about it, but thanks for bringing it to top of consciousness. That's what I love about our family. Do pray for our member Jack, whose son was murdered. And I mean, this is devastation for a family. So please remember them in your prayers today. Next, so it's okay to put our final weight in tomorrow for this challenge. Correct. Tomorrow morning is when you should put in your weight. And feel free to put in your inches too. But definitely your weight, and then you'll have to put in your ending pictures. The pictures are best if you're in form-fitted clothing. So yes, tomorrow morning. Next question. How many 7 days will the Pirate Jack Challenge have? It depends on participation. Participation is fairly low so far, but we're going to go on through with it and try to have fun with it. I think part of the thing is people, they don't realize what we're trying to accomplish with the Jack Challenge. It's meant to humble ourselves like little children and just have some fun, make weight loss fun. But also we're using a technique in wellness coaching, a legit technique that's not politically correct these days that you go through training for, and it's shock therapy. You're actually saying right the opposite of what people think they need to hear to get them to think differently about whatever the subject matter is. So the Jack thing, we're going to have a fantastic and fun week next week. It's really a high value challenge. The journal checking every day, the motivational videos every day, the camaraderie, the amazing meal plan, the new WOW challenges where you can find a hidden treasure and get out of your penalty days. You know, it's hopefully will be a mental escape for many of the people. If it goes well and there's any demand, I will do it the next week. Because my time is stretched thin, I'm stretched thin. I don't like to hang out anywhere on planet Shibboleth where the people aren't. So it depends on the next week. My initial plan was to run it for 3 weeks, 1 week at a time, but for 3 weeks. So that's the initial plan. All right. Any more questions? Debbie Hamby, we're going to have fun with you. I love knowing Debbie's in my Jack challenges because she's like me. She doesn't take it too serious and she has fun with it. She knows it's not meant to be personal. So it's going to be fun having Debbie in there. JC, I did a body assessment. It says I've lost all of my excess body fat, but it says in order to get to zero drag, I should lose 12.51 pounds, but I should start working out, not necessarily gaining muscle. It might be worded a little wrong. My question, preserving muscle. My question is, does the assessment measure the zero drag and excess fat just by weight, or is it by the measurement of certain body fat? It's based upon your measurements, your bone structure. It's an algorithm that's used there to help determine how much excess fat that you have, how much reserve fat and essential fat. And essentially what it's telling you is you've reached a good weight range, but that doesn't mean we're in the fittest condition. So we got to get the body fat percentage down. There's two ways to get your body fat percentage down. Get the body fat percentage down through more weight loss and more muscle preservation, or build muscle. When we build muscle, but we don't, I should say reconstitute muscle, but we don't increase fat, then our body fat percentage by default comes down. What I would suggest is to start, if you're a partner, start with the partner exercises. That would be a good place to start to reconstitute muscle and to see an immediate reduction in your body fat percentage, along with your already strict version of Shibboleth. I know, Charles. He almost had everybody walking the plank last night. Melinda, I had already bought the AdvoCare box again. We did for the blowtorch challenge. Which vitamins should I take if I do the Jack challenge? If you have the 24-day kit, we're going to do so. You're not going to lose it or waste any of your product. We've got so many upcoming challenges. So if you haven't done the cleanse portion for a while, I would do the 10-day. It's now called the 10-day reset. I would start with that. But if you've recently done that, I would start with metabolic nutrition system. Now, if you need to know how to take those pills, let me know and we'll go over it real quick. But you just follow the instructions on the box. Don't follow their meal plan, follow my meal plan. But follow how they say to consume the product. They're spot on with that. So it's just up to you. If you got the entire 24-day box, I'm assuming you haven't done the detox. I still call it detox, even though they've went away from that politically incorrect term. They call it the 10-day recovery, or reset and recovery. I would start with that along with Jack's meal plan. And then Sasha's notating. If you start with the 10-day reset, she's notating all the best items to eat during the reset. Yes, last night's video has everything that you need to get started, but you'll need the class notes because we covered so much ground. Once Tammy sends out the class notes, you'll have all the links of everything you're going to need for the challenge in those class notes. Yes, I had a meeting last night. That recording will be put in the library sometime today. And Jack is having a class. He's having class each night this week to ensure that everybody knows what to do come Monday. We're going above and beyond. So when I get off work, I'll leave the office and Jack will come in and start his shift, 8 p.m. to make sure everybody's on point. Is the Shibboleth Awesome Vitamin sufficient for the challenge? It is. It's a good vitamin, and the only thing we made mandatory was you need to take a vitamin. When you're in a calorie deficit, you need to take a good multivitamin, multimineral supplement. Now, is it going to give you the metabolic boost and the edge? Only slightly, but that it's a good one. It's going to take care of your foundation for sure. I'm going to let Tammy keep answering the questions that are more support oriented. I had signed for a meal plan on the website starting February the 4th. If I decide to do the Jack Challenge, can I change that meal plan? You can delete it. So you just need to let a team member know to help you delete it if you don't know how to delete it. But you can delete that one. How often do you recommend doing the reset? As little as 4 times a year. Now, I used to say 3 times a year because that's what I did. But after coming back from a retreat where we talked about that product, is minimally 3 to 4 times a year. I would say once a quarter, but up to once a month. You could even have a strategy where you we're so inundated with environmental and food toxicity. It would do you well, assuming your doctor agrees and approves. A lot of it depends on you have to consider me an edutainer. Okay. Your doctor has the real keys to that answer. But I can tell you what I do that may not be right for you. My goal this year is to do one each month. And you could even have a strategy where the first 10 days of your month is my meal plan, the one that's for the detox, and the 10-day, I got to change my lingo here. Years of saying detox, the reset recovery, 10-day reset recovery. Yes, you will put in your final weight for the blowtorch challenge tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning. Of course, our team's all you got to do if you're struggling, go to myshibboleth.com. You have all-day chat there. We have so many places for you to get help, even if it's for technical, but do try to work it out yourself, just not to put too much load on the team. But if you're frustrated and beating your head on the wall trying to figure out something, reach out to us. That's what we're here for. Is the vitamin in the metabolic nutrition system okay? Or is it better for the awesome vitamin? The awesome vitamin is my way of coming up with a comprehensive product for those that are in calorie deficit that's budget friendly. It is not as good as metabolic nutrition system. It's not as good. Awesome vitamin is a 90-day supply, and it's very affordable. Whereas metabolic nutrition system, it's a comprehensive product, not just meant to be a multivitamin, multimineral supplement. So you really get an edge with that product, and it's a 2-week product. So it's a good way to sprint for 2 weeks, eating right, taking your metabolic nutrition system. Now, while you're taking MNS, you can forego your awesome vitamin and save your product because metabolic nutrition system already has everything in it you need. But when we had that one made, we wanted to make sure that when it hit the shelf, that if people were taking it with other things, it wouldn't be too much or too harsh. So it's up to you. If you're really working out, then taking both products might be acceptable. But if you're not working out a ton, you're just following the Shibboleth lifestyle, metabolic nutrition system over the awesome vitamin. Can I go over the differences in sour cream? Boy, sour cream, it's like, I'm beginning to think this is the sour cream diet. The sour cream diet and fat-free cheese. Not making fun, but I believe I've been asked about sour cream and fat-free cheese 1,000 times in the last 2 weeks. So it lets me know that people love their sour cream, love their fat-free cheese, and they're not able to find it. So yes, we'll talk about sour cream. First of all, it's important that you go through Fast Track and you understand our program. By understanding our program, you would have more of an understanding of how to use any sour cream. There is fat-free sour cream, there's reduced fat sour cream, then there's full fat sour cream. So some of the recipes will call for fat-free sour cream. Fat-free sour cream doesn't have a lot of sugar in it. Usually when a product says fat-free, it's loaded in sugar. We have this idea around Shibboleth that we're all about fat-free products. We are not. In fact, I can't stand fat-free products as a whole because it usually means high sugar. Just like no sugar usually means what, everyone? Zero sugar usually means high fat and high calories. So it's just that with fat-free sour cream and with fat-free cheese, the nutritional profile, I don't care what they called it. They could have called it minimal sour cream. It was more about the nutrition profile to me. So when we're looking at recipes, I've got to look at what would be the best fit for this recipe. And fat-free sour cream is going to be better for the weight loss phase than full-fat sour cream. Full-fat sour cream is going to up your calories substantially. So with that said, if a recipe is calling for fat-free sour cream and you can't find it and you don't want to make your own, go with reduced fat sour cream or full-fat sour cream. Here's the condition. If that recipe doesn't have category 3 and category 5 in it. So if you're adding full-fat sour cream to a recipe that has a lot of category 3 or 5, you're going to have a problem. And we don't, because if you got category 3, category 5 means more insulin means more fat storage and more problems. It's problematic. So fat-free sour cream is ideal. Can't find it, you could use full-fat sour cream as long as there's not many category 3s or 5s in your recipe. Now, with all that said, you can always use any sour cream as a condiment. Does anybody know what the condiment rule is? We need some folks to get that fast track badge. Does anybody know what the condiment rule is? The most liberal interpretation. Y'all nailed it. So your condiment rule is optimally, see, I believe we're adults. And Michelle, not quite. I like your rule, though. It's actually better for weight loss. That's not quite right, though. Your condiment rule. This does not apply to beverages like coffee and tea. This applies to your food. The best rule is 0-calorie condiments, spices, seasoning packs, Walden Farms calorie-free goods. Those are fantastic condiments. They don't add any calories to your eating episode. Next, you're in the grocery store. You don't have your app with you. You don't have, and this is when some of our experienced members get upset because nobody's listening to me right now. Are y'all listening? Okay, so this is important. It does make a difference. So if you're in the grocery store, you don't have your app, you don't have your food library, and you're looking at something you want to put on your food to dress it up and make it more palatable, then you use the 5-2 and few rule. That means 5 grams of sugar or less, 2 grams of fat or less, and then just use a little. Okay? The most liberal rule is you can use 50 calories or less total condiment calories on any meal. I don't care what's in the condiment. If you've got a food meal that you chew and you want to add anything to that meal, food, you can, as long as the total calories from the condiment are under 50 calories. That's not as good as optimal as the other 2 rules, but that will work. But you got to keep it at 50 or below per eating episode. So, but what happens is this, y'all. This is why I try to stick with 0-calorie condiments. I get creative. I use a lot of spices and seasonings. So if at each eating episode, check this out. You think, well, that don't matter. Everything matters. It's the listen. It's the little foxes that spoil the vines. It's the little foxes that spoil the vines. So I've got 3 eating episodes. Bye, Nalida. I've got 3 eating episodes. If I add 50 calories of a condiment to my food at eating episode 1, and then again on 2, and then again on 3, that's 150 calories in a day. Somebody do the math for me. Will somebody do the math? If I add the maximum number of condiment calories every day for 365 days, what is 365 times 150, someone? The more you know, the better decisions you'll make. Thank you, Jitterbug. 54,750 calories. How many calories are stored in a pound of fat? $3,500. Jitterbug, if you don't mind, divide 3,500 into 54,750 and tell me what you get. 15 point, thank you, Michelle, 64 pounds. So that means that I will either, if I add condiments all the time, I'll either gain 15.64 pounds, or if I was following Shibboleth, that's 15 more pounds that I won't lose in a year. Does that make sense, everyone? So it makes a difference. It makes a difference over time. And you think 15 pounds ain't that bad. This is 1 pound of fat. Now think about 15 of these bad boys. That's some honky chonk. That'll cover up your abadabas. Ain't God good? We all learning and growing together, but our waistlines are shrinking. I love it. Anybody else? Any other questions? We are about ready to go. I got an appointment at noon. I have to schedule things. Every slot that I got open, I try to fill it. When eating Hebrew National, is 100% beef good to eat on Shibboleth? I don't want to look at it that way. Hebrew National Franks, the all beef Franks, they have to be 97% lean. Okay, 97% lean. They have some that won't work. We're after the 97% lean ones. Okay, if it's 93% lean up to 97, then they're category 4. The 97% lean ones are the best Franks for weight loss on the market. Yeah, Nisha just brought out a good point. 15 pounds is the difference between where I am and goal. That's why it gets so much more difficult. The closer we get to goal, seemingly it's more difficult and gets harder, because then every calorie counts when we get down to that really close to goal. So these little nuggets of information can help you. I got time for one more, and then I got to go. Love y'all so much. Tammy's going to be working on the class notes for the Jack Challenge. Thank you, Sheila. Everybody pray for Jack. Thank y'all. Anybody else? Speaking of beef, hey, Tabitha, this is National Meat Week. Just a little public service announcement from your national elite, Miss Agriculture USA. Awesome. We got a celebrity here, y'all. I love every time she posts her pictures. I just shake my head. It's unbelievable. She ought to be on cable news. Somebody needs to go interview her. Julie, I agree. Eat more beef. Absolutely. I do have a vegan program in the works, though, for our plant-based people. So stay tuned. I'm going to do it with them, too. I've got 2 or 3 vegan Shibboleth members that have challenged me. They promise me that I'm wrong and that I'll feel better than I've ever felt in my life if I'll go at least 7 days all vegan. So I'm gonna take their challenge. I've actually done that before and I felt like crap, but I'm gonna do it with them because it'll help me come up with a really good Shibboleth program for them that's vegan. But I'm all about the beef. Where's the beef? I like my beef. All right, y'all. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate you. God bless you. We'll see you next time.